Hi, my name is Hao, and today I'm going to present the Yellow River. And at the beginning, I'm going to talk about the background of the Yellow River. The Yellow River basin provides water supply for more than 155 million people in China. With urbanizations, there will be much more demand and water usage. Natural causes such as global warming and melting of ice are main problems for Yellow River communities, but people must understand that between 80 to 90% of its water being taken upstream for cities, industrial and agricultural use. The Yellow River was not always like this until major urbanization took place. And I'm going to propose solutions. And detail of the solutions. Let's like every household assume using 442 cubic meters, like in China. And for the size, treatment system will need to about 500,000 cubic meters, which is plenty of space for 5 million cubic meters of water to go through daily. Of course, the storage system will be exactly 5 million cubic meters. And for the cost, the initial cost for the treatment system will consist of the parts, which include 2 stainless steel reactor tanks for hydrogen and peroxide oxidations and the lowering of pH. The 2 pumps and the UV oxidation system can destroy the volatile organic compounds, and it is discharged during other feeds when the pH rises again to around 6 to 7. The UV lamps, assuming to be around $640 million, assuming that a home water treatment system is about $500 each in China, assuming that there's 64% of untreated water accounts for 60% of remaining population. This design I'm changing is based on original design by research of California State University. Like my version is a bit simple, so the cost will go down without losing too much effectiveness. And I also upload like the picture of the pumps and the tanks, as you can see. And I'm going to talk about more detail of the solutions. Peroxide will be about 0.03 cents per 1,000 liters. I think this is the cheapest because the structure will be so big, and so much of water will be treated. UV can be inexpensive because there's sunlight. The exact cost will depend on the type and the concentration of pollutants. The amount of water it can be stored. The system will store about 5 million cubic meters of water, which is how much water storage is needed for all 64% of untreated water for about like 2 million people in Lanzhou. The minimum needed is about 3.1 million cubic meters for 2 days, which accounts for the time needed for proper maintenance and downtime. The extra 1.9 million cubic meters is added to account for any additional problems like growth in population or increasing in industrial activities. And we will be using this as the only source of water throughout the whole year, like for now. but hopefully not soon. Just in case an emergency comes up. Uh, for instance, in 2014, Lanzhou had been found a second source of water consumption. According to research at California State University, the treatment process is divided into three steps: the sulfide oxidation phase and the volatile organic compound treatment phase and the discharge phase. And I'm going to talk about process in the diagram. In the sulfide oxidation phase in tank 1, sulfide in the groundwater is oxidized to sulfide by the addition of hydrogen peroxide at a pH of 9.2. The pH is lowered by adding H2SO4, and the pH becomes 4 in tank 2 to prepare for volatile organic compounds treatment phase. For tank 2, the two pumps carry the water onwards so that oxidation can treat and degrade contaminants such as PCB, pesticides, and much more. Finally, the water is getting ready to be discharged by mixing NaOH to the water, causing it to change from pH of about 4 to about 6. The mechanical and static mixers make the process quicker and more efficient. And there's some barriers. A barrier to this adoption of technology include limitation of transmissions of UV light. If anything interfere with transmission of UV light to the water, it can have a significant decrease on the efficiency of the process. For instance, a lamp with something like rust will not emit light as well as a clean one without rust. And there's other minor barrier is the pH, which will need balanced to be basic or higher pH, because this condition is favorable to free hydroxy radiation. And the culture barrier, I don't think there's any culture barrier. Like we have no problem with hydrogen peroxide since the demand has been growing faster, and there is no problem with UV radiation since we use radiations more than many other cultures. We even use them to kill bacteria when drying clothes. And here the picture shows how water is important. As you guys can see, there's big sign of water and there's people and resource. Like the water is really important to our life, and water is our basic need. Like we need to drink water every day. And if we don't drink water, like we don't drink any water in 3 days, we might die. So the water is really important. So save water. Thank you.